Hello everyone, welcome back to the GTA 6 information channel. If you have already watched part 1 of this 2-part deep dive into GTA 6 leaks, then you already know what we covered, a ton of exciting content. In the last video we talked about the protagonist, world locations, gameplay mechanics and more. If you haven't seen that yet, I highly recommend checking it out before continuing here. In part 2 we'll dive even deeper into the leaks, covering multiplayer modes, collectibles, vehicles and some of the most exciting new additions Rockstar's planned for GTA 6. As a reminder, all of this information comes from leaked footage and files shared on platforms like Reddit and GTA forums, along with speculation from passionate GTA community. Now let's pick up right where we left off and explore the rest of the major GTA 6 leaks. One of the biggest questions on everyone's mind is what Rockstar's planned for the multiplayer mode in GTA 6. GTA Online has been a massive success for Rockstar, keeping players engaged for years after the release of GTA 5, and it's safe to say that GTA 6 will take that concept to the next level. From what we have seen in the leaks, it looks like GTA 6 multiplayer will be similar to GTA Online, but with several new features and improvements. One of the most notable pieces of leaked footage showed a multiplayer lobby which appears to support up to 32 players in a session. This is similar to what we've seen in GTA Online, but it's likely that Rockstar will push the boundaries of what's possible in a multiplayer open world. There's also indicators that GTA 6 will feature dynamic events in multiplayer, much like what we saw in Red Dead Online. These events will pop up across the maps, encouraging players to engage in activities ranging from robberies to large-scale heists. The leaked files mentions world events, which may seem to have certain conditions that need to be met before they can trigger. For example, the event might only be available to players who are wanted by the police or have completed a specific set of missions. Speaking of heists, it looks like the robbery system will play a big role in multiplayer as well. In one of the leaked videos, we saw a tip on the screen telling the player to hold a button to check in with Jason, suggesting that heists in multiplayer might involve coordinating with AI partners or players. This could add a new layer of strategy and teamwork to multiplayer missions, making them even more engaging than in GTA Online. Another interesting addition to multiplayer, in the leaked footage, we saw several references to different gangs and organizations that the players could potentially align with. Much like the gang systems in Red Dead Online, this could mean that players will have the option to join different criminal organizations in GTA 6's online mode, each with their unique perks, missions, and rivalries. There are hints that GTA 6 multiplayer mode will feature social spaces similar to Moonshiner Shack in Red Dead Online or the nightclubs in GTA Online. These social hubs will allow players to meet up, customize their characters, and plan heists together. Whether this means we'll see business like casinos, nightclubs, or even private mansions is yet to be confirmed, but it's certainly exciting to think about the possibilities. Now let's talk about collectibles, which are always a big part of any open world Rockstar game. From the leaks, it looks like GTA 6 is bringing a fresh approach to this system, with more dynamic and varied collectibles scattered across the world. One of the most intriguing additions is something called the Wayman car parts. In leaked files, there's a reference to these car parts being collectible items, possibly tied to missions or side activities. It's unclear whether these parts will be used to customize cars or build something unique, but they could play into GTA 6's larger focus on vehicle mechanics and customization. There are also hat collectibles mentioned in the leaks, including some tied specifically to Jason's character. In one of the clips, Jason is seen collecting hats, which could be tied to fashion or serve as a fun side activity for players to engage in. This is similar to the hat collecting mechanics in Red Dead Online, where players could pick up a different headwear scattered throughout the world. In addition to car parts and hats, the leak files mention animal collectibles. It appears that certain animals in the game world, such as snakes, raccoons, and even alligators, might play a role in GTA 6's collectible system. Whether this means players will hunt animals for specific items or simply observe and catalog them is still unclear, but it adds an interesting dynamic to the exploration. Another cool feature is the collectible brands. Rockstar has always been great at parodying real-world brands, and it looks like GTA 6 will continue that tradition with a variety of both new and returning brands. Players will be able to collect merchandise, signs, and possibly even clothing from brands like E-Cola, Burger Shot, and Vice City Metro Mall. These collectibles might be tied to a side mission or simply scattered throughout the world for players to discover. And of course, what would GTA be without hidden packages? While we haven't seen a direct reference to hidden packages in the leaks, it wouldn't be surprising if Rockstar includes them as a nod to older GTA titles, whether it's bags of cash, weapons, or rare items, for thoroughly exploring Vice City and its surrounding areas. As we touched on in part 1, vehicles are an essential part of the GTA experience, and GTA 6 is no exception. In this section, we'll dive deeper into the wide range of vehicles that have been leaked, as well as the new features and mechanics that Rockstar is introducing. First off, let's talk about the variety of cars we've seen in the leaks. From sleek sports cars to rugged offloaders, their vehicle selection in GTA 6 is shaping up to be more diverse than ever. We've seen mentions like classics like the Bravado Gauntlet and the Subaru Turbo, as well as newer models like the Chevrolet and Ford Explorer. These vehicles range from everyday sedans to high-performance supercars, giving players plenty of options when it comes to exploring the open world. One of the coolest new features we've seen in the leaks is the advanced vehicle damage system. This system will make crashes and collisions even more realistic, with parts of the car breaking off, crumpling and reacting to impacts in a believable way, like BeamNG Drive, and it's exciting to think that GTA 6 will take vehicle physics to a next level. The leak also suggests that off-road vehicles will play a big role in GTA 6. Their map includes several rural and wilderness areas, which means players will need vehicles that can handle rough terrain. In one of the videos, we saw Jason riding a Sanchez dirt bike through a forested area, hinting at a bigger focus on off-road exploration. There's also a mention of a hovercraft or an airboat vehicle, which could be used to navigate swampy areas and regions on the map. Another major feature coming to GTA 6 is the customization menu for vehicles. In one of the leaked clips, we saw players discovering a new livery for the Sanchez. This suggests that players will be able to find out and unlock new visual upgrades for their vehicles, similar to what we saw in GTA Online. Whether it's paint jobs, decals, or full-blown body kits, customization is likely to be a big part of the GTA 6 experience. There's also evidence of fences in the game, which will allow players to sell stolen cars and possibly even upgrade or modify them. This mechanic was present in the previous GTA game, but it looks like Rockstar is expanding it in GTA 6, allowing players to engage in more detailed and profitable car theft operations. In part 1, we briefly mentioned some of the mechanics Rockstar is introducing in GTA 6, but there's still a lot more to discuss. These new gameplay systems are designed to make the game feel more immersive and give players more ways to interact with the world. One of the most exciting additions is a buddy communication system, where players can give commands to the AI companion during missions. We've seen this in action during a robbery, where Lucia could instruct Jason to either surrender to the police or follow her lead. This system could add a lot of depth to co-op gameplay, as you'll need to strategize with your partner to pull off heists successfully. Another new feature is the loot system. Both Jason and Lucia carry duffel bags, which they can fill with loot during missions. We've seen clips of Jason riding a shipping container and stashing gold and cash in his duffel bag, adding a more interactive element to robbery missions. Players will need to think about how much loot they can carry and plan their heists accordingly, making the decisions of what to take and what to leave behind all the more strategic. This adds a layer of realism and a depth to the game that the fans of the series will surely appreciate. Moreover, there's also a mention of an improved AI system. In the leaked videos, NPCs are shown advanced behavior, such as responding to the player's action and reacting to the environmental stimuli. For example, in one of the clips, NPCs run away in panic during a robbery, which adds a layer of tension to the high-stakes situation. The advanced AI will not only apply to pedestrians but also to the police officers, who will adapt their tactics based on how the players conduct criminal activities. Another notable mechanic is the interrogation feature. During certain missions, players can engage in dialogue with NPCs where they can threaten or intimidate them to gain information. This interaction would add depth to the gameplay, allowing players to make choices that could significantly impact the outcome of their mission. One intriguing new feature is the Eagle Eye system, which may allow players to highlight items of interest in the environment, similar to the Eagle Eye mechanic on RDR2. This could be especially useful when searching for a collectible or planning heists, as players will need to be able to identify valuable items, security cameras, or hidden paths with ease. We've also heard whispers of a weight and muscle system that could affect the player's physical appearance and abilities over time. This leak could suggest that players might be able to build strength or change their character's physical through gameplay, which could provide an additional layer of immersion as you engage in various activities throughout the game world. Finally, we can't forget about the new features related to the police interactions. Rockstar appears to be refining how players engage with law enforcement. One of the leaked footages hinted at a system where players can surrender to the police during a robbery, showcasing a level of realism that reflects the consequences of their action. This could lead to a different outcome depending on how players choose to interact with the police, further enhancing the game's moral complexities. Continuing with the theme of realism, the environment in GTA 6 will be incredibly interactive. Players will be able to pick up new items from the world around them, whether it's a bottle of wine, a can of soda, or even more useful tools like a crowbar. The ability to pick up and use objects from your surroundings adds a significant layer of immersion, encouraging players to explore the environment and interact with more deeply than ever before. In terms of random events, it appears that Rockstar is aiming to create a living and breathing world. The leaked footage revealed a potential random encounter with NPCs that can lead to various side missions or unique interactions. For example, you might witness a police chase unfold right in front of you, or you come across a group of people protesting a local issue. These events will make the world feel alive as players can choose to engage with or ignore them based on their preferences. One of the most exciting new features is the CCTV detection system. This could mean that players will have to be more careful about their actions, as security cameras will play a role in how law enforcement responds to crimes. If you're seen on camera doing a heist, police may have a better chance of tracking you down, forcing players to consider their approach more strategically. The dynamic day and night cycle will also contribute to the gameplay experience. Different activities and NPC behaviors could be tied to the time of day, with some missions only available at night and others during the day. This will encourage players to plan the strategies around the environment and timing of their actions. But lastly, let's talk about the graphics and audio enhancements that have been hinted through the leaks. Rockstar has always pushed back the boundaries of what is possible in video game graphics, and GTA 6 looks to be no exception. The leaked footage showcases stunning environments, incredibly detailed character models, and immersive and impressive visual effects that brings the game world to life. The lighting system has undergone significant improvements with dynamic lighting effects that change based on time of day and weather conditions. This attention to detail will enhance the immersion as players explore Vice City's bright neon streets during the day and its atmospheric moonlight nights. Audio design is equally important in creating an immersive experience. The leaked video suggests that the sound design for weapons, vehicles, and environmental interactions will be more realistic than ever. Gunshots will echo through the streets, and the sound of tires screeching will be sharper, and ambient sounds will contribute to the overall atmosphere of the game. Furthermore, the radio stations in GTA 6 will feature a mix of new tracks and returning favorites. In some of the leaked footages, we can hear snippets of music that have been confirmed to be in the game, including classic rock and hip-hop tracks that will help set the tone for your adventures around the city. And that's a wrap for our in-depth look at the leaks surrounding GTA 6. We've covered so much ground in this Part 2 series, from the dynamic world of Vice City and its characters to the exciting new gameplay mechanics and features Rockstar is introducing. If you enjoyed this two-part breakdown of the leaks, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell to stay updated in all things GTA 6. Share your thoughts in the comments below. What are you most excited to see in the game? Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.